morning, Monticello Middle School, and happy Thursday, aka Friday Eve, aka Dress for Success Thursday. It is Thursday, February 13th, 2025. Mr. Walker's in a very familiar place, isn't he? CVS. And now, as a part of our Money in the Bank briefcase initiative this year, there's all sorts of cool things in that briefcase, including Chipotle, Wingstop, all those different excursions we can have. But there's also those little things that we don't want to forget about. Those little things like, hey, trolley gummy worms, as well as other little treats and trinkets. Let's make sure that we are practicing roars all day, every day to see if you qualify. And guess what? Trolleys are buy one, get one 50 today. So let's go ahead and pick some prizes winners. So today is Thursday, February 13th, and we are out of school tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, February 14th. Yes, Valentine's Day, but it's also Professional Development Day. You are at home tomorrow, as well as Monday, February 17th for President's Day. During President's Day, remember, it's not just a day off, it's a day of reflection where we remember, we honor, we recognize various presidents all across history in the United States. So students, when we come back to school on Tuesday, February 18th, there are going to be some heightened safety protocols as soon as we get to campus. There is going to be the introduction of our open gate weapons metal detection system, and that is a walk-through. Oh, it is cold out here. That is a walk-through metal detection, weapons detection system. It is different from the wands that we've used previously. Here's how it's going to work. Students in 6th grade as well as 8th grade, you're going to be entering now through door 6. 6th grade, this is no change to you, but 8th grade students, you're not going to be entering through the gymnasium anymore. You're still going to end up there for breakfast, but you are not entering through the gymnasium any longer. 6th and 8th grade students will share door 6. 7th grade students, you're still going to enter through door 7, so please keep that in mind. So once you enter the building, our wonderful security monitor team is going to tell you to take out your electronics. They're going to tell you to take out your cell phone, your Chromebooks, anything that you have electronic. That includes those Beats headphones if you are bringing those along. You're going to be asked to take those out, and you are going to walk through our metal detection system. Think about anytime you've gone to the airport, think about anytime you've gone to a Cavs game, Browns game, Guardians. It is the same process. You're going to walk through, and if there's nothing in your pockets, if there's nothing that's going to set that metal detector off, you are good to go. However, we do need to talk about if something is in your pocket, such as a cell phone or any other thing that sets those systems off, you're going to be pulled to the side, and we are going to have a quick conversation. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves by making sure that we are getting here early, not just on time, but early Tuesday and every day thereafter, because once again, this is a daily practice. Yesterday, we talked about copying and pasting others' work when it comes to our writing and how that is a form of plagiarism. When you take the writing OST as well as writing any paper in your academic career, you do not steal from others. Stealing the ideas and content of others is a form of plagiarism, and it is unethical, and it is academic dishonesty, and there are consequences behind it. Now, these consequences do escalate as you get into high school, as you get into college, as you get into the workforce. Stealing the ideas and contents of others is a big deal, and you need to understand not to do it. Please know that when you do this, you are taking someone else's ideas and you are making them seem as if they're your own. Think about if you created a TikTok or a YouTube short and someone took your same idea and did it without asking you for permission. They just did it and took all the credit for it. That, in some ways, is very similar to when you copy and paste text that's not yours. Now, there is a difference between citing text. When your teachers ask you for evidence and ask you for quotes, you are, again, citing evidence. You are not stealing ideas when you cite quotes. When you put things in quotation marks and you reference where they came from, that is citing evidence from the text. That is different than plagiarizing. Please understand the difference. In 1776, the United States Declaration of Independence was signed and put into effect. One of the many famous quotes from the Declaration of Independence is, "All men are created equal." I want you to think about that statement. I want you to think about everything that that statement implies. I want you to think about everything that that statement meant past and how it impacts our present day. All men are created equal. I want you to think about this from a gender standpoint. I want you to think about this from a race standpoint. As we celebrate and recognize Black History Month, it's important for us to look at both and how this impacted both gender, how it impacted also race. In a contradictory sense, African people were brought over from African nations and sold into slavery. Slaves were not seen as people. Slaves were in fact seen as 3/5 of a person. Can you think about that for a minute? Wrap your mind around that as well. I know I'm dropping a lot of things on you this morning, but 3/5 of a person? 3/5. That's 60% when you think about that mathematically. So you might be wondering, why was this allowed? Why didn't anybody jump in? Why didn't anybody stop this? We're going to get into that Tuesday when we come back. On today's menu for lunch, we do have a chicken bowl complete with brown rice and veggies. And as a part of Black History Month, you may have noticed some special items on the menu, including yesterday. That was such a special treat. We cannot wait for future. So we've been talking about these affirmation cards a lot. How are you doing? It's important for you to hang on to this card. It's important for you to know that this is your ticket into the dance. You need all 20 squares signed, and please know that your teachers are looking out for those behaviors. So let's continue to prioritize our attendance, prioritize our grades, prioritize our behavior and safety at school. So let's go ahead and make it a great Thursday. The choice is always yours. We'll see you around. Take care. Be safe. Love you all. And speaking of love you all, happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I know we're not in school tomorrow, but please go ahead and have a great and safe Valentine's Day and a great weekend ahead. We'll see you Tuesday, February 18th. Bye-bye.
To do and don't miss your chance, so you can come down to the sweetheart dance. If you want to attend, then you better listen and pay attention, or you might be missing. If you wanna take part, you gotta take this to heart. You gotta hold on to, don't lose the affirmation card. It's got 20 boxes that you gotta get signed. Better pay attention, don't lose your mind. Be sure to show your roars and your IB traits. Be your best self and demonstrate attendance, behavior, safety, and grades. When you show your best, you can save the date for the sweetheart dance. My heart is thumping, my feet are jumping. The sweetheart dance, doing my part, fill my affirmation card. The sweetheart dance, my heart skipped a beat. I'm moving my feet at the sweetheart